I took off my shirt in front of the prisoner boss. Then, reluctantly, I pulled down my pants. No underwear. He laughed hard. The other inmates cheered, but without his word, nobody dared touch me. He teased me a bit, then told me to put my clothes back on. For new inmates, he always kept a close eye, but none of them realized how intense things were about to get. I wasn't a prisoner. I was a new guard. The first day on the job was all about learning the layout. Meanwhile, the prisoner boss was taking a stroll in a restricted area. Soon, time was up. The guards told him to head back. The handcuffs clicked on. Suddenly, a loud bang echoed. While the guard turned to check, he pulled the keys out of his mouth. The guard went in, saw nothing wrong, and left to continue monitoring. Then, in a blink, he grabbed the guard by the throat. The loud bang came from the ceiling in the hallway. A chunk of debris fell and hit me square on. Blood. Pain. I went into brief shock. My two teammates didn't think twice. They lifted me and rushed me to cell 211. The cell was empty. They planned to lay me down there while another guard went for a doctor, but within 2 minutes, the second guard came running back. The entire prison was in chaos. All the inmates had escaped. To avoid being beaten to death, the other guard dragged his colleague out. They had no choice but to leave me behind. As I drifted into unconsciousness, the prisoners began wrecking everything. Years of oppression finally gave way to their rage. The original guards didn't dare step inside. Back in the control room, colleagues told the warden to rescue me fast. Before any plan could form, a prisoner barged into cell 201. One slap woke me up. The cell had been empty. Suddenly, someone was there. Strange. I was confused. The prisoner asked me a few things. I stayed silent. He turned to report to the boss. Slowly regaining awareness, I walked to the door. Listening to the chaos outside, I pieced together what happened. A wave of despair hit me. They didn't care I was a new guard. If I fell into their hands, I wouldn't survive unscathed. I quickly untied my shoelaces and tossed them in the toilet. My belt, badge, and wallet followed. As I reached for my ring, the same prisoner returned. He shoved me out of the room. The control room saw everything. Soon, I was in front of the prison boss. All the stuff I threw away was to make me look like a new inmate. He was serving 120 years. That alone secured his position as the boss. Most prisoners still dreamed of freedom someday. When he questioned me, I lied. I told him I'd done bad things too, just brought in today. He didn't doubt me much. He just told me to strip completely. Check if I was gay. Nothing suspicious. No delays. He started sending his men to disable the prison cameras. I asked them to leave one. He looked confused. I explained. Keep one camera to show outsiders what we were doing. Cover it with a cloth when not needed. He nodded. But I made sense. I climbed up. The control room saw this and finally breathed a bit. I was safe for now, blending in as a prisoner. As long as I didn't reveal I was a guard, no immediate danger. But reality was harsher. He took me to the bathroom. The guard inside was the one he had choked earlier. This guard often bullied his men. He kept him deliberately. I watched, barely daring to breathe, afraid my identity would slip.